All right, guys. Hey, listen, I know we had a little bit of a snafu this morning. I think some people got in from the band link, but always like at the end of the day, if you just type in the password and the meeting ID, you'll get in, right? So if a link is broken, find another way. People say, "Oh, the link was broken. I couldn't get in." Wrong, right? But that's actually indicative of a lot of people's Primerica businesses as well. Oh, the guy just said he didn't want it. Like, really? Did he really not want it, or did you not actually even ask for the close? Because there's a difference. Most people will say they didn't want it. In reality, they didn't even ask for the quotes. All right. So let's talk numbers really quick before I forget, because last time I almost went over and we missed it. So here's the problem, right? It's all right here. Here's the problem. We don't even need to look at the rest of the stuff because this is the answer and cause of all of your problems, right? 48 for the red line base, no way, right? Not like that is not it. I'm happy that everyone's on the board, right? Everybody's on the board, so that's good. And if you guys haven't updated your numbers, please get in here and do that. Um, but I'm happy everybody's on the board. But this isn't it, guys. Like 118 for the entire hierarchy is wild. And I don't know what it is. We don't need some special incentive. We don't need reduced cost IBAs. That you don't need that, right? You're coming into the season of tax returns. People should have money sort of like around. Get in there and help them figure out that actual like money, right? What they're going to do with that money. So I will shout out to the red line base though, percentage wise, they're ahead of everybody. That's good, right? Pow Pow's and Lucchese in second and third. So solid on that front. But just because you're in a percentage relative to the other teams in the hierarchy, who cares? Right? Who cares? Chase the actual like leaderboard, national scoreboard. Because right now, like I mean, I don't even know what we are right now, like barely in the top 300, and that's gross. We should always be in the top 50 minimum, top 25 is where we really all should live. All right. So that's now those are the base shops. But if you come down here, right, on the personal level, here's what I want to challenge everyone today, right? If you are down here and you're on this board as a leader and you've got a goose egg in here, one, you don't need to be on this leaderboard, or two, you got to go put something on there, right? One, two, three, four, like there's a bunch of goose eggs out here. This one we won't count because there's nobody actually in that one. But if you've got a goose egg in the recruit column, you got to go like dust that thing off and put one in. Is that fair, guys? Because I mean, everybody can recruit somebody in the month. And that's not, those are not, these are not personal numbers, guys. This is team numbers down here. So that's where it's all got to start. Go get on the scoreboard today. All right. So let's look at, I'm not worried about licensing right now. Let's look at premium. Wendy and Chappie, we got to get you on the board. And if you're on the board and you just haven't updated it, well, that's also a problem because you're not keeping us up to date. But down here, guys, look, Leslie Wagoneer. If you've got minimum premium over here, that means you have recruits, right? So if you've got minimum premium, you should have something over here. Who are we missing? Josie Grantham. Let's get you in there, girl. Come on. So here's the other thing. If you don't have a minimum premium in that column, that also generally means you don't have a recruit. So if you're over here and you've got premium over your minimum, next month you won't. Because that premium right now is likely from somebody you recruited last month. You guys with me on that? You've got to get in there, guys. Like recruiting is your distribution. It's way easier to bring someone into the business, show them something, and then help them realize that we got to get into your hot market if you want some training, than it is to just like constantly be like cold calling people or like driving through your market. You would all agree that at some point your internal hot and warm market is going to be exhausted, right? Yes. And that's why we don't post consistently like puking stuff all over our Facebook page. It's going to burn your people out. That's why somebody else makes a post for you. You get tagged, you have to set your stuff to review so it doesn't go to your page, and then you can still run that post, You got to keep your stuff clean on the recruiting side, guys. So who, and be honest, who reached out to somebody yesterday and asked for help? Actually, here, let's do this. Who wanted to, who meant to, and didn't? Who didn't call? Who was going to, and then, oh, I thought I was going to, and then didn't. Let's be really raw, right? It's Friday and we got to fix some things, guys. And it's never going to get better unless we sort of like come to Jesus intervention and have like a, hey, if we talked about it in the morning and then you didn't do it, one, you can't be mad at your lack of results because you didn't do the thing on the front end that was going to get you to the back end result, right? Okay, so if Lindsay Dove, Bobby Johnson, there's some big names in here. Like if you guys meant to do it but didn't do it, why? What did you not do? Oh, you did. Good job, Lindsay. Good job. So maybe, but guys, like for if you meant to do it and then didn't do it. So Kathy, if you got all no's, good. Did you get 100 no's? If you didn't get 100 no's, you stopped too soon. I mean, guys, that's just the mentality that you got to have. If it's either do it or what, zero, you got to do it. You got to do it. And in this kind of business, right? It's going to be a roller coaster. We talked about that yesterday. When it's just you, it's going to be this. As you start to develop a team and you build and train them, the roller coaster will start to smooth out. But until then, you guys got to go do it. You got to go do it. So I'll get into some overcoming objection stuff because one of them was a term versus term, and it honestly kind of made me mad because it literally lives in why Primerica at the kitchen table. And so who knows what I'm talking about when I say why Primerica at the kitchen table, or who doesn't know? I guess I should probably start working these into negative because most people do. Who doesn't know what I'm talking about when I say that? Okay. All right. Let me go find this really quick. I have it handy, unless Andy's got it faster, which he might because he's always got them around. But I'm gonna drop the link in here, guys. It's also in Teachable. Okay. But why Primerica at the kitchen table is really what you need to study because it's like an hour and 20 minutes of Ian Pruckner going over like the 5 different reasons that like objections that you could have to overcome when it comes to life insurance. There you go, right? Guys, you need to click that YouTube link right now and you need to save that thing. But term versus term is probably the most difficult one that most of you guys are going to face because somebody's already got a term policy, it's already cheaper, right? You can't beat it on price, that sort of thing. That's going to be likely the most difficult one. And that's where you have to skill up in terms of being able to handle that. Okay. And so we'll kind of do that here in a second. But are there any other objections that you guys are getting that you haven't been able to overcome? Recruiting objections, any actual like client objections, anything. And feel free, you can unmute yourself. And if you're not getting objections, that's also indicative of why there's zeros on the scoreboard. Because if you're not getting objections, then
Yeah, it's
I
a
had one.
massive activity
Oh,
issue. Even like you got to be careful, Noah, because even if you tell people, ask people if they're going to run out of their hot market, notice everybody's very quick to say yes, but nobody's fucking calling them. I mean, that's just the bottom line. So yeah, I said the F word, sorry. But at the end of the day, you got to watch your mindset because you're not going to run out of anybody, Noah, if you don't pick up the freaking phone.
very true.
Right? So that's like, and you gotta, people, it's all about mindset because you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people to reach out to. Put in the Zoom chat, what would happen to your business if I had your phone in your contact list? Just generally, what do you think would happen? What would happen to your business if I had your phone in your contact list? Anybody? And I don't think that's a skill set thing, Noah. I think that's I'm gonna get in front of people. That's it.
It's
You know,
a
like you don't have a recruiting problem, you don't have anything you have an activity problem. It's the same thing with the teachable stuff. So I put the thing in there, but Teachable, I think, is the most underutilized resource we have. I can actually see, Noah, who's looking at what and how often people are looking at this. We put all this stuff together for you guys. It's all in here, but we actually have the whole new associate orientation. There's a master prospecting. If you run out of people, it tells you how to get in front of people, who to talk to, right? How to build your list, 8 fundamentals of the business, how to build 1,000 person name list, 5 to stay alive, 2 leveraging social media trainings by me, 1 by Curtis Miller, how to steam your clients. All there's so much knowledge in here. There's a whole section, Noah, just on overcoming objections. I know Preston was talking about the 4 color personality. There's a whole section on overcoming objections in here. And my favorite, you're talking about why Primerica kitchen table. And we actually went as far, Noah, as breaking down the whole thing as to each type of life insurance objection you get. There's only 5 types of objections you get on life insurance. A, they don't have any. B, they only have group insurance. C, they have cash value. Or term, they have life insurance, right? You all see this? It's all in here, but it breaks down exactly what section. Like if you're getting hung up on other term insurance, here's a 24-minute video on exactly how to overcome that. So there's really two things here. One is people, I think, are having a lack of effort. And then 2, I think it's because that's some type of skill set, or not skill set issue. It's some kind of mindset block that you don't think you're deserving of it, or it's not going to work. It really comes down to belief at the end of the day. You don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in the company, or something's going on there. So that's the biggest thing I want to challenge you guys all to work on, is start realizing that you deserve to win. And what we do is right 120% of the time. You have to take action and pick up the phone and get in front of people and skill up in the process, because there's 2 types of appointments, ones you learn from and ones you earn from. Both are good. But Noah, to be talking about this on the Wolfpack call, if you guys knew how much money I paid for Teachable and ongoing payments nonstop for this thing, to have it out there, Noah, for people not to use it, you would throw up in your mouth. Like, it's nuts to me.
And it honestly, it frustrated me last night because somebody gave me that objection to like help overcome. And I was like, that's literally why Primerica at the kitchen table. And it's there. It's all there. Like there's nothing new. Guys, like I didn't wake up, I didn't come into this business knowing anything about this. I did exactly what Andy told me to do, and I studied the things that he told me to study, and I mastered the things that he said master.
And you took action.
Yeah. And
Type in action in the Zoom chat, everybody, because you can get all your ducks in a row all you want. But if you don't take action, nothing's going to happen.
Art said it, right? Like most smart people have a really hard time because they keep wanting to learn all of the things without doing anything with it, right? And so that's where it's like, oof, can't happen. Like it can't it can't be like I got to go learn all this stuff. No, you got to learn while you're doing. You got to get in the field. I promise you, you will learn 1,000 times more just by getting on an appointment in an hour than you will like sitting around for 15, 20 hours by yourself. Art said it all the time. An hour in the field is like 20 in the classroom. You will learn so much more. And it's like shout out to Preston yesterday, right? He ripped that Band-Aid off, went and tried it. Who cares? If you don't close it, who cares? They were probably broke and broke-minded anyway. It's okay, right? Just go do it. Just go do the thing. And you're gonna realize, oh, well, that wasn't that actually bad. I didn't die, right? Thought I was gonna throw up a little bit, but here I am. That's what it takes, guys. You just got to go do it and do it and do it and do it. Andy, like if you think about how many appointments you've sat on over the course of 6, almost 7 years, I mean, bro, you got to be getting close to 15,000 appointments.
That's what I always tell everybody like everyone, everybody's going to win here on the call as long as you don't quit. The question is, how long do you want it to take? And no, like all Brittany and I did, Gwen, was we collapsed time frames and we did like other people's 30 years of Primerica in 3 years.
Yep.
And then we're done forever. Bill of Render literally has an audio. It's in Teachable, no, the craziest thing. And if you do the business, or Bill of Render said, if you do the business the right way, and in 5 years you're not wearing sweatpants every day, you did something wrong. And that was back, Wendy, when they were in person. Okay, it's got a little bit of different meaning now on Zoom. Would you all agree with me on that? Okay, but it's just I'm gonna build it. All my kids are young and enjoy it, right, y'all? And even right now, like we're gonna go back. I'm gonna get back, keep getting back at it, and we're gonna cross 2 million. But I'm like, well, the kids are, 15, 9, 4, and 3. If I go back and do another year, I got an 18-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 6-year-old. Y'all think I can live a dream life with all them? Okay, and it's 160 grand a month. It's gonna be a little bit fun, more fun to have than 80 G's a month. Yes. Okay. Um, but let's talk real quick about taking action because at the end of the day, there's a massive activity problem. I mean, that's just what it is. Like we have to take action. So how are we going to do that? Okay, Noah, you can get into the overcoming objection thing in a second here, but you
Yep.
got to get on appointments. Okay, the first thing is, uh, don't forget. Here's the deal. Let me do this. Are you ever going to ask someone to cancel their current life insurance on an appointment? Anybody? Are you ever going to ask somebody to cancel their current life insurance on an appointment? Okay, so you as a closer, you have to remember that because at the end of the day, remind yourself that is let's just apply for ours and see what comes back at because it could come back cheaper, could come back the same price. We don't know till we apply. And then once it applies, we'll put them next to each other. And Stacey, I'd never ask you to cancel your other insurance until then. Is that fair? That's the biggest thing you have to remember. It doesn't matter if it's whole life insurance, doesn't matter if it's universal policy, doesn't matter if it's another term policy or whatever. You're never going to have someone cancel their other coverage because you don't want them to have a lapse in coverage. Does that make sense, everybody? Ever, ever, ever. So remember that, okay? The other thing is term versus term. Most companies, who knows what most companies don't have at the end of their term, okay? Who knows what most companies don't have at the end of the term? Anybody know? What other companies don't, most companies don't have at the end of their term? Anybody? I was trying to shut up. No, I was trying not to pirate the meeting, but here we are. It's too late. Sorry. Here we go. Okay. All right. They don't have guaranteed insurability. So this is term insurance. Okay. That's a straight line. You're welcome. Okay. Most people, they've got a certain amount of coverage. Let's call it a 30-year term. Okay. Other companies, just so you know, generally, if you ever watch, they generally do know it between do 10 and 20-year term. Okay. Let me break off on that. Snake Farm is notorious for doing 10-year terms for people at a small dollar amount with their auto insurance. Does anybody know why State Farm is notorious for doing 10-year terms? Anybody want to put it in the Zoom chat? Anybody got an idea or unmute themselves? Anybody know why? Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Because it's so cheap, and then they're going to convert you to whole.
Because it's so cheap, and at the end of it, they don't have guaranteed insurability, okay? So normal insurance at the end of it, or term insurance, when it's done, it's just over with, okay? And then guess what? You normal insurance, you have to go through a medical check to get more insurance. Do y'all agree with me on that? Even if you don't do an actual exam, they're going to look into your HIPAA. Some of you heathens don't know what HIPAA is. Okay, I can't spell it. I'm not going to write it. Okay, right? But it starts with an H. It's got an A in there somewhere. Okay, look, right? But here's the deal: our body's designed to get more healthy or less healthy as time goes on. Okay, so what they do is they pretty much rope a dope you into this tiny little 10-year term policy because it's a couple of bucks a month or a 20-year term. That's what if you ever watch whole life companies, so what they do, if they do give you a term, it's a 10 or a 20. Why? Because they're hoping that you get so sick that you're uninsurable at the end of it. Right? And then you have to take it, but guess what you have to convert it to? Noah said it. You have to convert it to what? Who knows? You got to convert it to whole life. Well, the cost of it on average is going to be 20 times multiple of whatever you're paying. So let's say you're paying 100, or let's say you've got $150,000 in life insurance coverage, okay? And it's only $10 a month. That doesn't seem bad, right, everybody? $10 a month. Oh, no worries. I got it bundled with my auto insurance, $10 a month. Right? But 20 times multiple, who knows what's 20 times multiple? A whole life insurance. What's 20 times $10? Who could tell me? Not 300, Stacy. I know it's early in Texas. That's okay. It's 200. Just generally, are you gonna want to pay $200 a month for $150,000 in life insurance coverage? But the worst part is, Lisa, you're so sick you can't get it anywhere else. So you're literally screwed. Make sense, everybody? Okay, so what are you going to do? That's the only place you can get life insurance. You're not going to pay $200 a month. What are you going to do? You're going to drop the coverage down. I can't do 200 bucks a month, but I can do 50 bucks a month. Okay, well, 50 bucks a month, we can get you $20,000 in life insurance coverage. And if you're married with kids, is 20 grand in life insurance coverage going to do you anything? No, you're screwed. This is why these companies do this, okay? So remember, all other companies, I think I've only found one company that has guaranteed insurability, okay? Our life insurance coverage, guys, at the end of it, you're welcome. Okay, oops. Our life insurance coverage at the end of it, most companies have done. Ours, you have guaranteed insurability. So what does that mean? Let's say you got stage 27 cancer, okay, and you're like gonna die tomorrow and your term's up at 65. You could literally continue it on with no medical exam, with guaranteed insurability forever, really till the age of 95. Okay? Make sense, everybody? Now, the cost of it is based off two things. Who remembers what those two things are? You were right, Stacy. I was getting there. Okay, your age and your health. If you have guaranteed health, great, but it's still going to be based off a 65-year-old. Make sense, everybody? So yeah, the cost is going to go up because you're now 65, but you've got guaranteed insurability forever. And even if you want to drop it down, you can. Make sense, everybody? Okay. Most people know when I started, I was like, well, why would I want the cost of my life insurance to go up if I'm 65? Who knows why you'd be okay with the cost of it going up outside just the death benefit? What are some reasons you would want to be okay with the cost of it going up? Anybody have an idea? Right, because you want to, well, that's outside the death benefit. Anybody else? And like somebody else had just mentioned in there, if you're doing your job and their investments are going like this, at some point you don't need the insurance anymore. Make sense, everybody? Okay. But who knows why it would be okay with the cost of it going up? Anybody have any idea? You want to unmute themselves? Nobody said it yet.
If you were uninsurable somewhere else, living benefit.
The living benefit, right? If you've got access to up to $400,000 in a living benefit, if you're now 65 and you're terminally ill, if you keep that same amount of coverage, that percentage stays the same. Does that make sense, everybody? Don't forget, you always have 40% on every policy as a living benefit, terminal illness rider, and you have 70% when it's got the waiver of premium on it off every policy. Make sense? So I couldn't figure this out when I was a rookie. Well, why would you do it? Then it dawned on me, well, because if you're sick and you're 65 and or Noah, same thing. If you've got some kind of investments going on, right? You've done the full job, your kids are growing, your kids are out of the house, things like that. Why would I want to keep the coverage even if I was sick? Well, because if you're sick, even if you got a bunch of cash in the bank, everybody, right? A lot of people think the worst thing that happens is they get really, really sick and die. Am I right, team? But the reality is the worst thing that happens is they get really, really sick and they don't die. And then their medical bills go like this, and all their savings and income goes in the toilet, right? So they want to make sure they keep that living benefit. So God forbid, if they need some type of procedure or something like that, they can shield themselves against any. It's like an insurance for their cash. Y'all see that? Also, side note, if you were in Teachable looking at this stuff, you would know that's how you close people that are single with no kids. I'm single. I don't have any kids. I've got money in the bank. Why do I need life insurance? Well, let me ask you, Gwen, do you want to keep your money in the bank? Gwen, if I could get you a policy, God forbid you were to get sick and you could withdraw up to $400,000 in cash and make sure you never touch your own money, Gwen, would that be something you'd be open to taking a look at? You all see this? Okay. Our policies, you have guaranteed insurability, right? The best part is you can do a couple things. Maybe you don't want the price to go up on it. Make sense, everybody? This is something super unique that only our company does. So you can actually switch it to a decreasing term. Type in DT in the Zoom chat, okay? You can actually switch it to a decreasing term until the age 100. Okay? So if you're 65 and you're paying, let's say you got $250,000 in coverage and you've been paying $50 a month for it. I don't know. for 30 years. Well, I need some type of coverage, right? I see the value of having a living benefit, but I don't want my price to go up. But I want to keep coverage. Great, no worries, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. We can keep you at 50 bucks a month, and instead of your price going up, the face value will slowly start to decrease all the way to the age of 100. That makes sense, everybody? So now you've got another term policy. I'm on the appointment. I go over this stuff with you. I said, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, if I could get you a policy where at the end of it, you know you're guaranteed insurability forever, would that be something you'd be open to taking a look at? What do you think they'd say, everybody? Check this out. You want to see something extra fun? Mr. and Mrs. Smith, it looks like, well, how long is your term? Looks like you've got a 30-year term. Okay, it looks like it stops when you're at the age of 65 and you've got $250,000 in coverage right now. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that at the age of 65 or 64, you're going to need $250,000, and the next morning you're going to wake up and need nothing at all. Are you going to go from needing 250,000 to needing zero overnight, Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Put in the Zoom chat. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that one day from the next, you're going to need 250,000, next day you need zero. So if I could get you a policy where you had guaranteed insurability forever, it was flexible, you could increase it, you could decrease it, the price could stay the same, and you always had access to that cash all the way up until the age of 95 or 100, would that be something you'd be open to taking a look at? Please, in the Zoom chat, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, let me know. Great. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to apply for it, see what it comes back at. So Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I need you to do me a favor, okay? Do not cancel your other policy. Is that fair, Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Please put it in the Zoom chat. Do not cancel your other policy, okay? Here's why. Because I would hate for you to have a lapse of coverage, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. This could come back cheaper, could come back more expensive, right? Well, no, but I don't want you to cancel the other policy. What we're going to do today is we're just going to apply for this. We're going to see what it comes back at, give you some time to do some research, and we're going to put them up next to each other and let you pick which one's best. Sound good, everybody? And I'm in the A diagram, I'm closing. There should be no reason y'all aren't closing, and the reason you're not closing is because you're not on appointments. That's literally it. So how do we get on appointments? Well, you got to understand, I love you. You know I was already mean to you already, so I'm not going to be mean to you more. But if you're not on appointments, you're not going to close anything. If you're unwilling to ask for help, you're going to be where you are a year from now. And that's okay. I love you, but just so you guys know, when you're ready, I'm here for you. Okay? Here's the deal. We got to get our activity up, way up, all the way up. Okay? So how do we do that? You got to ask for help, right? Get on appointments, set appointments, Noah. Get them on recruiting appointments, recruit people. I saw Stephanie, you're talking about you can't get in front of couples. You can. That's bullshit. How do you get in front of couples? Guess what? You recruit somebody and then you get in front of their couples. Preston's a super young guy, super smart guy, right? Preston's having trouble getting in front of married couples because all his kids or his friends are playing Overwatch 2 with no kids. You know what I mean? How do you get in front of married couples? I'm Preston. I'm young. I can't get in front of married couples. Well, you can. You recruit somebody and then get in front of their married couples. Make sense, everybody? So it all goes back to massive, massive recruiting, okay? So Noah, you give some tips and tricks of exactly how they can get on actual appointments. What do we need to do to get the activity going? Because activity cures everything. I mean, it really does. And I love helping people, but as soon as my bubble burst in my patience there, Noah, as soon as you said who has a problem on or objection that they can't overcome, and the chat was dead because I know there's zero activity. Period.
It's true. And I mean, and Andy said it, guys, I'm kind of the mean one sometimes, but it's also tough love. It's not mean for the sake of being mean. It's because sometimes this stuff just needs to be said, right? You got to rip that Band-Aid off and expose the wound so you can clean it out and fix it. That's really what it comes down to. So in terms of like getting in front of people, if you guys are having trouble, like if you're having, somebody said they're having trouble sitting down with married couples, you're having trouble getting them both at the appointment, right? That means you're not using just generally. I mean, like Andy, let's be honest, like you probably know Brittany's schedule pretty good, right? Like if you said, "Hey, Britt, this is important to me. I need you to be there," she's probably showing up. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, just generally, when do you guys' schedules line up? Like Weekdays or weekends?
Uh, Probably weekends actually.
Okay, so like Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday
Perfect. You want like morning or afternoon?
morning,
Listen, I'm gonna pencil you in for like 10 o'clock. Sound
10
good?
o'clock's good. Yeah, the kids will be watching YouTube. We'll be good.
Nice. Listen, I'll keep it quick. I'll pencil you in for 10 o'clock. I already got your phone number. Obviously, we're talking. Let me just make sure I got the right email for you. And then you'll get a Zoom link. My regional vice president's actually going to run the meeting for me, right? Like you and Britt wouldn't stand me up on a Saturday morning in front of my RVP, would you?
No, I won't make you look bad. No.
I appreciate you, man. Listen, I appreciate you, dude. I'll see you Saturday at 10. Look, do me a favor, throw it in your calendar because if you're anything like me, if it's not in your calendar, it doesn't exist, right?
Yes.
Awesome, dude. Listen, I'll see you then. Guys, that's it. That's what you, they don't need to talk to Bob or Susan. They don't need to like verify anything. They know that person's schedule. You're asking for help. Do me a favor. And if something changes between now and then, call me and we'll just get it switched for you. Sound good? Guys, that's it, right? Stephanie, if they're out of town, does it really matter? If the husband's out of town, does it matter? Guys, we're all out of town relative to right now where we are, and we're all in the same meeting. Come on. Like it's all out of town. It's okay. Hey, listen, I love that they're a firm answer closed. I love they're out of town. It's okay, right? It's just a Zoom call. He can hop on his phone. And guys, that's it. But you have to be like convinced that you're going to set the appointment, right? Convince people. That's what it comes down to. But again, if you're not reaching out and asking for help, you're never going to get in front of anybody. And if you never get in front of anybody, you can't close anything. Okay. So the best thing that I can like offer you guys right now is reach out to some friends and ask them to share your post for you. Even better is ask them to make a brand new clean post
Mm,
for you on their page because then it generates
yes.
its own level of activity. Hey, Andy, man, I'm trying to get my own branch office opened up and I'm reaching out to some friends because you got a great market, dude. If I gave you something to post, would you post it for me?
Absolutely.
Dude, I'm actually running like extra like gift cards for people if they can get it up and like actually get a bunch of shares on it too. So like if you get to like 10 shares, I'm gonna throw you in for like a $10 Starbucks card. Is that cool?
Incredible.
Dude, let's do it, man. Awesome. And I'm gonna send it to you right now. Make sure like let's post it while I got you. That way we can make sure it's done correctly. Sound good?
Yes. No,
Sweet.
where did Haley Spires is kicking ass on your team, right? Where did Haley come from?
A recruit 4 levels down that quit.
And
On
where did that initial person come from?
all of it through social media.
Craziest thing, yeah. How many of you guys came through a social media post by show the Zoom chat?
Should be everybody should be saying me right now.
It's everybody. I'll just let them figure it out, right? I see you, Kelly. I see you with those magic fingers. Okay. Uh, yeah, that's good. Get the activity up. Who has a question for me or Noah for in the last couple of minutes here on around surrounding getting activity going or sitting on appointments? Anybody have any question as to how to or an area they need help with? Anybody at all have a question for that? You can unmute yourselves. Even if it's a mental thing, I know they do, Gwen, and so do you. I know. And even if it's just a mental block, anybody have a question for that? Anybody?
So I don't have a question, Andy, but I do want to say thank you because just tweaking some of my words helped me get 3 recruit appointments yesterday.
Dang, good job. Who else had some good stuff happen yesterday? Okay. Anybody else? Set an appointment yesterday? Anybody want to unmute themselves and share some wins they had yesterday? That's a good thing.
I was at a class for the licensing exam. I was completely bombing in the FX link, and so I took one of the Primerica classes, and my score shot up by 25%. And
Good.
yeah, I'm ready to take the test. It was 2 full days. My brain is jelly, but in the middle of that, I was actually able to set a couple of appointments still. And today I don't have my class, so I'm excited to get on the phone. I can't wait. I felt kind of trapped, but I had to do the class. It's the 3-legged stool. So I knew I was investing in.
Yeah, you got it. Listen, the question is, and everybody's going to want to know, you went through the class yesterday. You've been in for a while. Are you going to schedule your test today?
Well, my test was scheduled and my
Oh
fingerprint was
shit!
scheduled.
Let's
My
go! So good.
my paperwork is into your office. So I literally just need to take the test on Wednesday. Oh, they also have a review test like the night before. So I'm ready. I'm
Good
passing.
job. Good
Stacy,
job.
what review session did you use? Is it just the one that's like the live review session for your state through POL?
Yeah, I went through POL and there's a teacher and it's they have different options. You can do like 4 nights if you need to, a whole weekend day or two. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, and then there it is. Yep. And then I'm in
Texas, or Minnesota.
Texas.
You
It
mean
doesn't matter,
Minnesota.
guys. All the states have
Yep.
the same.
Yeah.
Right
Right
here.
in there.
Look, right here. State specific. These ones are great. These are 3 courses. You can review the entire course on your own in about 3 hours.
Did you do an actual class though,
I
Stacy?
did an actual class. I needed to take notes and ask
Show
questions, and I
where's
asked
that at,
100 million
Stacy?
questions, and it was a perfect format for me because I'm a classroom learner. So every time I raised my hand, I got clarification immediately. It was perfect for me. Yeah.
And it's right
Good,
here,
love
guys.
it. What about
I-
Wendy? Wendy, what was your success you had yesterday? You getting a vision for getting big, girl?
So I had a recruit that I brought on 130 days ago, and the very next day her father died and she was gone. And I reached out to her a couple times just to check in. She called me or sent me a text the day before yesterday and said she was back and ready to get going. We are doing her orientation this morning and we're getting her rolling. So I'm excited about that.
I love that, Wendy. And Wendy, I'll tell you, you and your team, you start having, 150, 200 people on division calls. You got to remember that doesn't change even when you're the people that are licensed or even RVPs, right? People are just like the call this morning, Noah. We love everyone. People are going to win when they are ready. Period. Our job is to create an environment and help them as much as we can and answer any questions. So that's a good job, Wendy. I'm super proud of you, bro. Who else? Matthew, you were unmuted, but it was echoing like crazy. I had to mute you back out. Matthew had something good yesterday, yes? Maybe? Matthew? No?
He did have some big wins. We had some. So guys, pro tip, right? So shout out to Casey Morris throwing out the idea for anybody that sets a couple of appointments gets entered into the raffle for the $50 gift card because we had 6, 7 people set 2, 3 appointments, right? Now they wouldn't have gotten anything had they none hit the 5 for their own trainer to reimburse them for the 25 for the incentive, but they set 2, 3 appointments. I made a little spinny wheel. I put Andy's face in the middle last night. It was pretty funny. And somebody won a $50 gift card, right? Guys, do
Good.
that stuff. You can incentivize your own team. You don't have to wait for one of us because at the end of the day, if you're the licensed trainer and you're incentivizing your people, you're going to be the one paying them the 25 bucks or whatever it is anyway.
Yeah, no, can I drop some mindset coaching on everybody? Y'all open to that? Yes, yes, in a Zoom chat. If I can I just speak some existence over you? Even like yesterday, Brittany sent me a picture of her rocking the Circle of Champions ring, and Brittany was saying you just can't teach that all the manifesting and the scripting and all the crap we did and the mindset we worked on ourselves for all the years. But I will tell you, it's even like that with the mindset because unfortunately, Noah, people the way they work mentally is if it was 5, I would say you would 5 appointments to get 25 bucks, 10 to get 25, or 75, whatever. Most people would say, I can't set 5. They won't even try. Right? But 2, people are like, oh, I could possibly do 2. You still have a whole bunch of people that didn't try, but you had a lot more people move there. And that's just, I mean, you guys, that's the importance of, working on your mindset. Like you can do it. Even Stacey, when you said you're taking your test on whatever Wednesday or whatever, like, no, girl, you're passing your test on Wednesday. Even Preston yesterday, when he was freaking out like Chicken Little because he was running his own damn appointment, Noah, yesterday, he's like, well, then he started saying, well, if they move forward, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, if? Nah, fam. I'm like, no. And then what if it? No, don't you do it. It's happening, right? So, you guys, we got to make sure we're working on that. Okay. I want to go over some stuff for you guys really quick. Let's go over to East Coast Builders Go. I know you guys have a bunch of stuff going on today, so I won't keep you. I'm trying to prove to Preston that I can close a life app here in 14 minutes, Preston, because I'm closing that bitch. Okay. All right. Good. So we gotta go. But here's the deal. Let's show you this. Let's go East Coast Builder School. Okay. So competition runs. We got a little bit left here. Okay. This is the current leaderboards as of today. Okay. Let's go over some things. Number one is personal submitted recruits. Okay. We've got it. Listen, y'all, type in the Zoom chat MR, the letter M for massive and R for recruiting. We've got to get back to massive recruiting. That I promise you, Lisa, everyone, your cash is a byproduct. Your premium is a byproduct of your recruiting numbers. I can track it all day. Okay. So we know to explode our cash. What should we be doing, everybody? Okay, so let's get back to doing this stuff. I look like everybody, I love everybody's names are popping up over here. You've got Kendall, Redline. She changed her first name. No, I think we were on vacation. I don't know if you saw that. People were running wild trying to change their names. And Kendall had her first name as Redline, last name Williams. That was pretty hilarious. Okay, so doing on there. If you don't have a PAP or a person in there, you can put your name and a red line. That's what most people are doing. Okay, check out that video. But I love you guys. But here's the deal. Your national sales director, $1 million earner, should not be in the top competition for personal recruits. Would y'all agree with me on that? Like, y'all need to go whoop my butt, okay? So let's get it out of there. Let's get some more people up there. Great job to Kendall, okay? But, no, I don't think Kendall, what she got, 19? I don't think she can do a couple more. Y'all think she doesn't want it bad enough to get number 3, because number 3 is only 9 away. Kendall doesn't want. We all type in no in the Zoom chat, because Kendall doesn't want to do anything anyways. That's fine. Kendall doesn't want. She don't care about being number 1. That's fine. Okay. All right. Division and below. Haley, great job over there, girl. You got people coming for you. Just so you know, Haley, I'll give you a little insight. The Haitians, I don't think have registered yet. So just that you're up there, don't get comfortable at the top, okay? Don't get comfortable at the top, Haley. Keep going, keep getting after it. Super proud of you. Haley Beckett, you got knocked out. 55, Haley Beckett. Okay, see this over here? You're 55. Let me do this. How do I search on the Mac again? Who don't remember what button is it? How do I search again? What do I press to search? Who can help me on the Mac? Where are my Mac people at?
Command F.
Command F. Thanks, Haley. Appreciate you, girl. All right. Let me see if I can spell it right. Boom. There we go. Look at that. Look at my red line people. Okay, good. All right. So you got Haley over here, 55. Girl, you got knocked out. Haley is 6 recruits out of there. Okay. So y'all think Haley and Kendall can get this thing going? Okay. Kendall down there, great job on team recruits. Kendall, you got a chance if you really get it going, you could actually earn top for personal and team at your first builder school. Give it up for Kendall in the Zoom chat. That's a big damn deal. First ever East Coast Builder School, first time joining the business, earning that. Okay. Preston, Stacy, get after this crap over here. Okay. Time to get after it. Even Stacy, you should be down here in here somewhere. I think you're at 10, Stacy, right now. Girl, you got over a month left. There's no way, Stacey, you got 10 in a week? There's no way you couldn't get 10 more in another week. Would y'all agree with me on that? Yes, yes. Okay. Look at that. That would take Stacey all the way from not even on the board. Stacey, you'd be crossing stage. You can get an award on stage in front of everybody as the top recruiter. Okay. Preston, you too. Stacey, on top of it, you got Devin, Brian, all these people that are just out there chilling. Like Noah said, get people to post for you on their Facebook. Get it again. Get their shares up, right? Because Stacy, all those people are underneath you, right? Whatever you guys got to do, get it going, okay? Now, Base Shop recruits RVP and above. Noah, Melissa, hashtag not it. We should work on that, okay? Lucasey hasn't changed her name yet. That's real rough, Lucasey. Okay. Lucasey's got to get these numbers up. Type in Redemption in the Zoom chat. Redemption, y'all gonna recruit some people or what? I know you guys are doing a good job. I'm proud of you. My first ever second generation of babies, my little babies. You guys are Redemption, if you guys didn't know, is my first ever grandchild in the business. Right? If you think about it, Wendy, right? Like first generation are like my kids. Second generation RVP, my grandchildren. Okay. So you're my first ever grandbaby. Okay. I want you to win. Okay. Great job. Regional leaders. Okay. John and Honey. So this is what happens. I want to show you guys, and I'm not talking crap, John. Okay. You don't need Jesus. You got plenty of Jesus in your life. Okay. But I want to show you what happens is unfortunately, if people don't change their names, see how it says, doesn't say, I can't search Redline there. See that, Noah? Because Lucasey doesn't have it and John and Honey don't have it. You all see that? How I can't even see them there. Luckily, I found them. Also, fun fact, if you don't do it, can you ever expect your people to do it? Everybody put that in the Zoom chat, okay? So make sure y'all are putting it on there. Great job, Jet Park. So Casey doesn't have it, but I can find Jet. Jet, super proud of you, girl. You got 63 team recruits. Give it up for Jet. She just taking off, Jet. So proud of you, girl. 63 team recruits, okay? We got a month left of competition over here. Top 10 is 104. So, Jet, do the exact same thing I'm talking about right now. Go through your people. Noah, you could do the same thing potentially, Noah, is why don't we do this? Or I'm going to do this for my base shop. If you guys want to mock what I'm doing, anybody that gets 10 new shares, or how about this? Anybody gets 10 new shares and or 10 people to post for them today, a new post gets entered into winning a $50 gift card. How many, and all you guys, how many of your people you think you can get 10 people to post a new post for you today? Put in the Zoom chat, everybody. Anybody? A lot. Haley, anybody else? All of them, Wendy. That's my girl. Come on, girl. Right? Most of them. That's cute, Jet. Right? Well, Jet, why don't you do that, girl? Jet, what would Jet's business look like if she had 20 to 30 people all have 10 new posts for them today? How many is that? What's 30 times 10? Don't worry, Stacey, I got you. It's 300. Okay, it's 300. What would Jet's business look like if she had 300 new Facebook posts going out for her today? What do you think would happen, everybody? Wow, Traylon, come on, girl. You see it over there, girl, right? It would blow up. It would blow up. So this is the distribution, okay? Suzanne Rogers, so proud. Give it up for Suzanne Rogers. I feel so bad for Suzanne. Suzanne Rogers, your new girl. Christina's kicking major ass. Super proud of her. Kathy, you're here, girl. You're on the cusp. You and Ash, and I'm super proud of you guys. Keep getting after it. Same thing, right? Get new posts today out there, okay? Wendy, good Lord, it's been 1,000 years and you back up here. Come on, y'all. Wendy, the last 17 years hadn't had 16 recruits in 17 years combined. Wendy, I'm so proud of you. I'll say it. It's okay. And you guys stop. I know, let Noah be rude to you. Just kidding. But don't be so hard on yourself, right? I know Bobby Joe Johnson. Bobby Joe, you on here? Bobby Joe, she's not on, okay? Bobby Joe, yesterday, she was telling me I was like, where are your numbers? Like, not where they need to be. I know I'm terrible, but I am working. I'm like, Bobby, I'm not saying that. You're saying that. Don't manifest that stuff onto me, how I feel about you. That's not how I feel. I said, Bobby Johnson, what are your numbers at? She said, I got 1 recruit. I said, that's awesome. She's like, oh, I know. I'm just so terrible. And I said, Bobby, how many recruits did you get the last 3 months combined? What do you think she said? 0. Right, Preston? So I'm like, well, damn, Bobby, I'm no mathematician here, girl, but you're like 300% better than you've been in the last 3 months. 1 seems like nothing to you. I think you're kicking ass right now. Yeah? Y'all see the difference on this ship? So, guys, here's the deal. Go out and just get your 1. It's the power of 1 right now. Everyone can get 1 recruit. Yes or yes. Everyone can get 1 life app. Just get it done, okay? So we got the incentive right now for Millionaires in Training, okay? 3 life apps. Get it done. Super proud of Julie Blankenship. I almost fell off my chair when I realized Julie Blankenship was the first one to earn Millionaires in Training by getting 3 apps. Like, sweet Jesus, y'all. Like, I was so tickled, Noah. It was unreal, okay? Guys, get after it. Get new posts. Let's run the play today of everyone getting 10 to 20 new people to post for them a new post and I'll put up the money. That's what I'll do. I'll put up the money for the Wolfpackers, okay? And if I'm putting up the money, we're going to do $100, okay? $100, okay? This is what we're doing. Anybody, you have to get 10 people to post a new post for you today from their social media accounts. That makes sense. Type in new in the Zoom chat, okay? And you can even spell it wrong, Stacey, Knew, right? New post, that's fine. Okay, a new post from their thing, that's fine, okay? But you got to get screenshots of the post, okay? In the Wolfpack group, okay? And if you're Suzanne Rogers and you're asked not to participate in Facebook, you can text me directly, okay? All right, good. In the Wolfpack group, 10 new people to post for you and get your team to do the same thing. Okay. What I would do now is I'd split the pot with somebody on my team. I'd run it to my team. You go win it and win it on somebody on your team. Then you got hundreds of posts going out. Okay. Run the play. You can even omit the gift card thing. I was telling Preston, if people do post and you start getting some activity through them, I never give anybody a gift card until there's like a ton of activity. And most times it's after I get a recruit, I might send them a $5 gift card. And they're Preston every time. They're so grateful for it. Right? But you guys, if you don't want to do that, great, don't do it. People will help you anyways. But get the activity up. Yes, everybody. And here's some last coaching before I hang up, Noah, is I know it's the weekend. You're going to have to double, triple book your calendar this weekend or load up your calendar for Monday, because the further you schedule people out, the more chance they have of rescheduling. That's the way it goes. Make sense, everybody? Okay? So this is what we're going to do. $100 giveaway today. $100 giveaway today for anybody that gets entered in the drawing that gets 10 screenshots of 10 new posts for them on social media. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay? And now don't be one of those people that takes my $100 and has all 10 of those posts blow up and then don't talk to anybody. The whole point is you get activity. Make sense, everybody? Because there are all those people out there. I'll get 10 people to post, but I don't want to do the work. I just want the $100. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Who's getting 10 people to post? Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? I know it's not Melissa Peterson. Traylin's thinking about it. Okay. All right. I see you, Stacy. Okay. I got to go. Bye, guys. I got to go now.
Well, Andy actually did some of the overcoming objections on the life stuff when he was going through the term versus term. So he actually did my work for me. So, go get some posts, guys. Go get those 10 new posts, not shares. Don't get people to share your posts. That's good too. But like new posts, it's new activity. It's a fresh market and it actually looks cleaner when somebody posts it for you. All right. So go get that done. Have them tag you. Make sure your settings and even more importantly, make sure your people's settings on their Facebooks are set to review tags so that their whole Facebook wall doesn't blow up with all of those new posts. Okay. Does everybody know what I'm talking about when I say that? Set your tags to review. I'm seeing a whole lot of head nodding and then there's a bunch of cameras off, but okay, good. All right, guys. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Go get some activity going because that's going to fix everything. I promise you. Activity will solve everything. All right. Bye.